Upgrading your style objectively. Hello and welcome to Fashion Bites. I'm Ellen Byerrum, author of the Screwball Noir, Crime of Fashion Mysteries, featuring Lacey Smithsonian, a fashion reporter in Washington, D.C., the city that fashion forgot. Today, I want to talk about clothing objectives. This is not nearly as boring as those objectives they talk about at your job, because these are your goals about upgrading your style and not about the company's bottom line. Last year, I discussed organizing clothes and cleaning out closets, but now I have a more basic idea I want to explore. Before the cleaning and the organizing, let's start with your style objectives. What do I want to look like? What do I want my appearance to say? Who do I want others to see when they see me? And how do I achieve that look? There are many answers. For instance, I might want to look strong and capable. I want to convey that I appreciate style, but I am not a slave to fashion. I want my clothes to reflect a certain savvy. Sadly, I often achieve a look that says, "What on earth was I thinking?" In one of my Crime of Fashion Mysteries, Lacey writes about what to do when your clothes turn on you. Something that looks great at 8:05 when you're heading out the door morphs into a monstrosity by noon. It has happened to me. There was a sweater I had that was apparently an untrustworthy knit of suspicious origin, probably some nasty acrylic. It betrayed me. Stretched out, by the time I made it to my job, I looked like I had acquired 15 unwanted pounds. It alternately bunched and stretched, and not in a good way. That sweater had to go. I ran to the late lamented Filene's basement at lunchtime and bought something else that I felt I could be seen in, and I breathed a sigh of relief. If you're uncomfortable and self-conscious in your clothes, you cannot and will not do a great job at whatever it is you're doing. Even if I'm writing at home, I have to be dressed and wearing some makeup. And by the way, I consider that a public as well as a personal service. Some people don't care, but that isn't you, is it? Now, we're basically at the start of a new year, and that's why the rest of this year can embody the moment we resolve to upgrade our look, whether we work at an office or we are a stay-at-home writer with forays to the coffee shop and the library. Start by setting objectives. They may include wanting to look put together, whether we're at the office or the grocery store. You might be the victim of a mood swing wardrobe. You look capable in the office and like an unmade bed at all other times. You want to work on that. How to do it? First, you resolve to upgrade your home, at play, and basic running errands wardrobe. It might involve getting rid of the really ugly t-shirts and sweatpants, and yes, I know they may be your most comfortable clothes. Save a few ugly items you can't part with for sick days only. Commit to buying a few outfits in which you wouldn't be ashamed of being seen. If you have 2 or 3 reliably attractive or at least tolerable outfits, that may be enough. Play clothes are not just for children, although kids have the most adorable coordinated clothes in which to play. So why don't we? And clothes don't have to be matchy-matchy, but you can always add a piece that ties them together. A pair of navy slacks and a green top can look very smart together when you add a multicolored scarf that has both shades in it. A belt can do wonders for an outfit, as does a fun necklace. They aren't just for dress clothes. Some people look jaunty with a small scarf tied around the neck, a la Jackie O. And why not add a vintage vest for fun? It may not currently be in fashion, but who cares? Fashion and style are not necessarily best friends. In recent years, there has been a real run in oversized, sloppy clothes that ignore a woman's shape. This style can lead us into temptation because we assume no one will ever see our waist again. I realize it's hard to find fitted clothes, and the only alternative seems to be body-conscious clothes that are too small and too tight. Keep looking. When I had an office job, my comfort zone was suits, particularly vintage suits with unusual and clever details. Men may not tell you this, but suits are so easy to wear. They are already coordinated. All you have to do is add a top. Sweaters and knit tops were always my go-to. They don't pull out of your skirts and pants, and they don't gap open at the chest. Some suits have jackets you wear buttoned up, and you don't even need a blouse. Add accessories like jewelry and a scarf and you are good to go. I still love to wear a jacket with casual clothes because tailored or classic jacket will always pull a look together. They also keep you warm when the temperature is chilly in the office. I have some objectives this year, including finding the perfect red blazer or jacket. I didn't find it last year, but I have high hopes this time. You set an objective. You're going to upgrade your casual clothes. So how do you start? Research and surveillance. Buy current magazines and see if you like what they are showing. Open your eyes when you go out to the coffee shop or the park or shopping. This is where surveillance comes in. Become aware of what people are wearing. Take note if you think someone is particularly well dressed. Purge your ugly clothes. The ones you know will never fit right or look good on you. Be brutal. To make yourself feel better, donate them to a worthy cause. They might look good on someone even if they don't look good on you. 4. Go shopping. Take a friend only if you trust them. I don't care to shop for clothes with other people. I already have too many voices in my head. That looks good. That looks good. No, yes. You can pick whichever style you like. Commit to trying things on. You might set a number of items to put on and then reward yourself with coffee. For shopping innocence, choose a store that generally stocks clothing with color palettes that go together. Talbot's is pretty good at showing coordinated looks, like sweaters and pants that are complementary. And number 6, and most important, only buy clothes that fit and look good on you. The second part is important, looking good, because you might find something terrible that does button. Merely reaching around your body doesn't count. And if you're style blind or color blind, you might want a second opinion, but be aware you cannot always trust the sales clerk who needs a commission. You don't have to buy anything today or tomorrow, but you will have to buy something sometime, so be prepared. And remember, the more you shop, the more you will develop an eye for attractive clothes, and the easier it will become. That's all I have for now. If you want to know more about me or my books, check out my website at ellenbyerrum.com. I'm also on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and now Instagram. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel. That way you won't miss any. And feel free to share. This isn't a secret society. I'll see you next time. Bye.